Hello everyone, how you doing? And welcome back to Skye and Evan in the morning. And today we're gonna be talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, the new Netflix animated movie by it's Sony
Sony
Animations,
Animation,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So wow. And yeah. Well, what did you think, Evan? It was something. I don't know.
Yeah, very purple movie. It's very purpley. That's like I do love that you accused me of like picking a macho like guys movie like Christopher McQuarrie like last time, and then you turn around and recommend this movie. It's just like
Uh,
aggressively girly, aggressively
yeah.
K-pop. Yeah, I I was mixed on it personally. I'd mentioned it previously, but I'm like I don't really listen to K-pop, so this isn't like a genre that I have like a lot of attachment to. But uh, on top of that, I was a little mixed on the whole world building and the mechanics and how everything like some of it I think is a little weird and doesn't work as well because at the end of the day, I feel this movie's an excuse to have these elaborate musical sequences more so than like exploring. It felt way more on the K-pop side than the Demon Hunter side, if you feel me.
Yeah. I I don't know. I liked it, right? Like I have not but it it's a weird movie. I liked it, but I can see so many issues with it. And I think that's kind of been the consensus that everyone like likes it, but it has like some blatant issues. I don't know what the issues are. I haven't like looked them up, myself, and I've heard people talking about the world building being weird, which I
Well,
personally it's not been like my issue with it, like the world building in terms of like mechanics or everything. My issue comes from like the message of the movie in a sense, where it's like the movie is very clearly doing like an allegory for like being queer and being like, oh, you have to
well,
hide these
and
parts of
tradition.
yourself.
Yeah, well, I mentioned this in my letterbox review. It's very cliched as well, and
Yeah.
that felt like straight out of Frozen.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like conceal, don't feel. It's like hide that away, and it's like
Yeah, for
we've seen
sure.
this 1,000 times, man. And
I
obviously
mean, yeah,
Frozen
I
can be
don't.
seen as queer allegory, but
Yeah,
I
I don't necessarily, again, like it not being that original is not really my issue, but like it's the thing, like they're doing that, right? And there's one demon who's actually like a good person. I forgot his name now, but the main of the Saja boys. And every other demon is just like everyone's okay with killing them all. Like that seemed weird,
yeah,
right? Like
Genu, I believe is his name.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking
like every
at
like
cast
every other
names. And,
demon is like, no, they're irredeemably bad. There's just this one that's
well,
cool. It's like, what are we doing in here in terms of like the message of the movie? What's the point? I don't know. Like, is the
well, and
movie
that
supposed to be this allegory or not?
well, that was another thing that frustrated me was the boy band themselves. They're basically characterless.
Oh yeah,
Their traits are like the way they look. It's just Genu who's developed. And I'm like, it was a missed opportunity because you could have had them be more on like the soul sucking side and like that they're you could have made them more villainous and like there could have been friction between them the way there's friction in the main group. But without them, it's just him, and it felt more like a direct romance between the two leads rather than two rival bands.
yeah.
And they don't develop people that are like in the demon world. And also, I just a basic thing with the fights, I never found the demons intimidating. They never felt
No,
like they were a viable threat or something that like needed to be
no. The
quelled because
hunters
they're
always
super
seemed,
evil. It's like,
yeah, the hunters always seemed to be like very very easy to like win everything. Like I did not see them as being like threatening to Huntrix at all at any point.
yeah. Well, there's all these moments where the lead is like out of the fight. And they're like, "We need you." It's like we can't hold it. And then like she gets back and like kills like two of them, and it's all fine. It's like I the action I found to be a bit of a letdown. For one, there's not much of it at all. There's like the bathhouse. That's like the big fight. That's like fairly elaborate, but outside of that, like there's not. And there's like the train, which was also kind of cool, even though it was like a lot of just stick figure or just disposable. Like you know, they reminded me of like the battle droids in Star Wars, where it's
Mm-hmm.
just like they're not much of a threat because just the characters basically have lightsabers. Just God, just slid them all down, no problem. So yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't feeling it for the demons in terms of like threats or like a villainous force.
Yeah. I but yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit of a frustrating movie for me. Cause I can see the potential or I like the idea, just like even though it's cliche. It's like the idea of this this little like very subtextual because they made them all straight, which I find hilarious. But because the reason I was sold into this movie was because of everyone drawing the three together, Huntrix, all of the three uh as a polyamorous couple, but not couple, but you get my point. Um, but thruple, that's the word. But yeah, it was it frustrated me a little, the use of like just like ignoring the fact that there could also be like some good uh demons, considering like what has been established, like, oh, there's this one guy who's a good demon, it's everyone bad, I don't know, we just don't address it. But like I thought the movie was just like too well made for me to like give it a negative like review or something, because I just thought
Yeah,
like the animation is insane and I love the music in it, and I really don't like K-pop, but I love the music, so yeah, I don't know.
it's a beautiful movie. It's very well presented. Like I felt exactly the same, where like the movie itself and the storytelling especially like felt kind of lacking, but there's a lot of good. You're like, this isn't like complete garbage. Like Netflix produces way worse than
Yeah.
this, but there is something that's holding it back. So the world building wise, it's one of those like I forget the name of just the pink blob that just like sucks souls, but it wants souls, and the demons like suck people's souls and then like give them to the big old blob. But these people who sing, they like make this magical shield that like can suppress the demons, or like separates the demon world from the human world. But I remember being confused when the action went down, because I'm like, so do they just need to sing to keep the shield up, or is there singing intrinsic to like how they fight the demons? Because that's what I thought. But when they fight, they don't really sing, like
No,
except
no,
it
fighting and
doesn't.
singing are two separate things. They fight the demons when they've gotten through the veil, but they need to sing to do the Honmoon, which is the barrier between the worlds, so to keep them
Well,
at bay. Yeah.
well, that was kind of disappointing to me. So it's just like, so that's it then. You just need to. They're basically just a regular K-pop. Like they need to stay famous, otherwise bad things happen. It's like, which is basically what it is. Like another band steals their thunder. I'm like, it could have been a human band technically, but it's just for some reason that like starts destroying the shield, and then they're like, we need to make a new shield, and the that's the thing. Like I try not to be a stickler for these kind of world building details, but it's confusing how it works, and it affects the themes. Like you were saying with the idea of good demons, because like they Genu's definitely one of them, but they don't ever really explore the demon world in any substantive way. None of the rest of them come across as characters, and then the rest of it's just in the real world, and it lots of wasted potential, lots you could have done with the world and with what they'd set up. Like you said, even beyond it being cliched, there were ways you could have made this just a bit stronger of a story.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's not. It is a little disappointing in the sense of like I expected this movie to like blow me away from the way people were talking about it, and it didn't. Um,
Yeah,
but
it's no Into the Spider-Verse, that's for
yeah,
sure.
but I'm glad it exists, and I had fun watching it, and I probably will rewatch it in the years to come because it genuinely is just very fun, and I like the music, so it's just like, yeah. So
The
it's a fun
music
movie.
was
Yeah.
yeah, like Golden, like I said, don't really listen to K-pop, but Golden's a pretty solid song,
Yeah.
and Soda Pop as well. I I did
Soda
find
Pop
it
is
funny
hilarious.
that the diss track that's like supposed to be like the evil song that they don't sing ends up being
Being the
used in the
credits. I
end
was
credits. I
very
remember being like,
confused.
"What?
I think
What?"
that I was like, that makes no sense thematically. What are we doing here?
It felt really tone deaf. I was
Yeah.
so taken aback considering how like optimistic the ending actually is. So yeah, I don't know, but the music's pretty cool. So uh, trying to think about specifics, honestly. We're always dissing numbers, but I gave this a 5. Did you give this a 7?
A 7, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the
I think
thing. I
both.
was talking to Introverted Robot about this as well, where it's like the flaws are very apparent, but it is so well made beyond that I can't like call it a bad movie in any way. I just genuinely think it is like just like a solid movie that could be very good if it was like redrafted a few times.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm finding the blue like tiger cat and the bird with the 3 eyes. That just in terms of aesthetic choices and designs, like I love those 2 characters. They were so funny. Every time they were on screen, they made me smile. But
He is great. The cat, the giant cat tiger, whatever.
yeah.
um
Uh
yeah, Jesus, that it's 11 minutes. Okay. I thought we were going for longer.
oh shit.
I don't know. I don't know if there's too much to say. It is unfortunately a very simple, very cliche movie that could have been a lot better, and I think we just kind of agree on that. So, I don't know.
Well, I mean, hell, here's the thing. Would you recommend this movie? Because I
I
was thinking about
yeah,
that before we started.
yeah.
I feel my thing right now is I feel like it'd be harsh to just not recommend it because, like we were saying, it is very technically beautiful and
Yeah.
very well animated. There's lots of really good music, but I'm like middling with if I would actually recommend this movie. If you have kids, they'll probably really like it,
Yeah.
but as
That sounds kind of
with
insulting. Like your kids will like it, you know.
well, it's like your babies will like clap at the. It's just there's plenty more animated movies that like work better
Better,
as an
yeah.
adult. Like I said, Into the Spider-Verse, there's movies that hit a little bit harder than this one. It's
Yeah.
you
I
don't
mean
quite
Rango.
get the substance. Yeah. You've seen this one before. It's fairly well executed. It's got some good music, but it's a little bit on the plain side beyond
Yeah.
like its presentation, I would say.
Yeah. It's fine. I would recommend it. I definitely would, for sure. I think it is too much, like it is very well made, even if some parts frustrated me a little. So definitely recommend it. You seem to be middle of the road, so yeah. But
Yeah, still recommend it. Like sideways thumbs, if you know what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. You know, we our brains are kind of already on Superman because we both already watched that. We're gonna record the video on it like right after this one. So that's part of why we don't have much to say. But you know, it's fine. Yeah. Um all right, Evan. What are you gonna recommend for next week?
Well, I was anticipating waiting longer for Superman, but like I said, I watched that early because I managed to see it at a early screening, so like that's kind of fresh in my mind. I'm gonna keep going with the Groundhog Day arc and
Ooh.
do one of the last that I know of, and I've been meaning to check this out forever. Palm Springs.
Hey, I love that
I
movie. Yeah, let's go.
I still don't. So it's Andy Samberg and is it Margaret Qualley? Is the other star?
No,
Or
it's Kristen Milioti.
oh, really? That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like I don't know anything about it. Just there's like the imagery in the pool. I was told to not look anything up. I was told there's like a surprise actor or two, and that it was really good and really funny, and that it's somehow Groundhog Day ish. So that's continuing the Groundhog Day arc with Palm Springs.
Hell yeah, I love Palm Springs. I'm so down for that, honestly. Okay. Palm Springs, let's go. I I think that's a movie that does the Groundhog Day concept actually really really well. So I'm excited.
Sweet deal.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, folks. Sorry our discussion was short. But, you know, sometimes it happens. And we'll catch you next week with Palm Springs. More Groundhog Day. Yay. All right.
And probably a surprise video, like Superman. We're definitely going to talk about that. So
Yeah,
you'll
well,
probably
I
get a
think
bonus
once
to make
well,
up for this.
yeah, I think when the K-pop Demon Hunters video is out, the Superman video will already be out. So just know that we recorded that afterwards. Okay, that'll be our little secret. All right. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.